Hey everyone, you're probably wondering why my face is not here today. Well, unfortunately, I can't do a video and drive at the same time. It is, I think, 5 a.m. and I'm surprised my voice sounds the way it sounds, but I am half asleep and half driving. So I thought answering this question that was sent to me um, by a young lady named Sasha um, about the post I posted on my Instagram, and she actually she wanted me to share it. And I also respond to her email, which is a different response. But instead of just jumping into what she asked me to address, I want to read what I wrote under the post so we're not lost. And the post she was talking about was posted by me on September 9th, 2019. And the post reads, "The problem isn't always where you think it is, it's often further back." And, you know, it's common sense. What I said is what it is. People don't get into arguments um, out of nowhere. We don't get upset out of nowhere. We don't wake up in the morning and say to ourselves, well, I'm going to get upset at John today. And we don't get up and say, well, I'm going to ruin Maria's life. And, it's built up from the past, from arguments that happened, things that weren't addressed, situations that weren't taken care of, things that we keep to ourselves and we don't want to address them because we don't want to upset the next person, disappoint the other person, make the other person mad. We don't want to lose somebody. So there's so many reasons why we don't address problems, and because we don't address them, the current situation or the current fight is just like a blowout. And at that time now, no one is able to control it, and because no one is able to control it, things are said and that can be taken back. Things happen that's out of control. So in order to avoid all of this conflict, if you know me, I am the pro of avoiding conflict. I would try to avoid as much conflict as I can because again, I don't want to say something that I can't take back. Words are something that once it's said, the person might forgive you, but you can't take it back. They'll always remember that thing that you said to them. So I try, as for me, I try so much not to say what I know I'm going to regret saying. And under this post, I wrote, "We often are quick to look at situations in the moment, which is okay depending on the circumstance. Under other circumstances, we have to start the evaluation from the root of the problem, not the surface of the problem. When we look into the root of the problem, it forces us to connect more. Rather, it is putting ourselves in the other person's shoes or simply being mindful of the situation itself. When we look at just the surface of the problem, this is when we start pointing fingers, most likely not taking responsibility for our actions. From this point, the situation continues to escalate because everyone is on the self defensive side. To avoid this, have a conversation, meaning one person speaks at a time with the intention to understand with the intention to understand, not for the other person speaking to just stop and for you to prove yourself." If that was confusing, go to the post on Instagram and reread it for yourself. I'm trying to talk really fast here because I gotta go. My destination is coming up. So, anyways, that's all I have to say. If you have a problem, address it. Have a conversation. Be an adult about it. If you're not an adult, try to be one. There are tools out there where you could, practice this by yourself. We're not always right. If you're wrong, apologize. There is nothing wrong with apologizing. It doesn't make you less of a person. And I've said this before in my previous videos about apologizing. Apologizing does not make you less of a person. It does not, give the other person power over you. Most of us are so, you know, stuck on our egos and our pride that we sometimes, let it take over us. We have to understand that sometimes when you hold on to your pride, and when you're so proud, and when you put this ego up front, you begin to not only destroy relationships that you have with other people, you also destroy relationship with yourself. And when I say destroy relationship with yourself, I'm talking about you're walking around sad because of anger. Anger takes a lot out of you. I don't know if anyone's been angry before who's listening to this, but when you're angry and you notice that it's just by the end of the day you have no more strength in you, now you're even more mad at everyone else because you're frustrated at the end of the night, and you're mad and you just can't do anything. You start to build this steam up, and say the wrong things to the wrong people, and then you regret. But because of your pride and your ego, you can't apologize, because angry people are always on the self-defensive side, always. I can probably say 99.9% of the time angry people are on the self-defensive side. And I apologize if I say angry people, but because I know that people are just, you don't just get angry out of nowhere. The past will make you angry. Something that might have happened to you when you were a child make you angry. So many things make a person who they are. But do we have to hold on to that pain? Do we have to hold on to that anger? Do we have to hold on to what mommy did to us, or papi did to us, or sister did to us? Like, it doesn't, it's not worth it. Think about yourself. If you really love yourself, you'll let a lot of things go, because being angry is not worth it. It's almost like going, forgiving. I talk about forgiveness a lot. When you don't forgive people, you're holding on to this heavy weight. They're probably chilling and moved on with their life, doing what they have to do, and you are here angry and holding on to whatever happened. And you can't forgive. Forgiveness is for yourself. And I've said this many, many times. I have my little moments with forgiveness. And I've actually said in one of my videos that there is one person I will never forgive. Did I mean that? Yes, I do. And I still mean it till this day. But that's me. Some people could not forgive people and still be happy in their whole life. And then there's people who, if they don't forgive, they're just holding on to that anger. Even if you say the person's name, they get angry. That's not my situation. Everyone is different. This video, this audio is a give or take. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm not trying to tell you, how to handle your situations. I'm just telling you, the best possible way that I know that I probably deal with my situation, to give myself a peace of mind. So I hope you took a lot from this video. And if you don't take anything from this video, just take this one thing with you. Be yourself. Find the tools that works best for you to resolve your problems. Life is hard as it is already. Don't add anything else to your baggage. And if anyone comes to you with an extra baggage for you to carry that's not helping you, remove them from your life. And last but not least, I would like to say practice what you preach, which I'm working on as well. We all preach all the time, but do we all practice what we preach? No, we don't. Have a great day, and I wish you all best of luck, and keep shooting the emails. I will definitely answer them, but I can't promise you a next day reply. Okay, bye. Love you all.